Okay. Yo guys, what is up? Today I'm going to be going what I carry in my camera bag and just in general what I use as a full-time media guy. I'm going to be going into exactly everything that I use on a day-to-day basis. Now this is going to be raw, mainly uncut, but yeah, let's get straight into it. So first things first, we're going to start off with what I use the most, my Mac. Now this is an M2 2023 and it's midnight blue, amazing. I love this thing to death. I do all my editing work on this and any business computer work that I need. That's what I get done on this. Now as far as what I have attached to it, right here I have my SSD. This is 1 terabyte. I have a few terabytes in my big camera wall, but this is just the one I'm currently using. And then we have an SD card holder from Anchor. Now next up we have the DJI Mics. These things are amazing. So they come in this case like this. They're all you can take them out. They're wireless. They can even plug into your iPhone, as you can see right there. These things are amazing. I highly recommend these. Now, starting off strong, we have my camera setup, my go-to camera setup. Now on the body, we have the Sony a6700, which released last year. So it is a fairly new camera. I mean, to be honest, all around this camera is great. It's not that expensive. It was less than 2K for the body, and it's all around amazing. Like, this is a great camera for anyone who's doing all around short form content. Like, I would recommend this to anyone. Like, any video that you see, except for this one, I'm using my iPhone, any video that you see is shot by the Sony a6700. This thing is amazing, and I would highly recommend this to anyone who's trying to get it. Now, for the camera lens, we have the Sigma 24 to 70 millimeter. This thing is a beast. Everyone knows how valuable this right here is. I mean, there's so many valuable things when it comes to this camera lens. If you put this camera lens is so powerful that everyone uses it. Everyone says that if they could choose one lens that they have to use for the rest of their life, they say they would use this one. And I agree with them. I would use this lens too if I had to choose one lens to use for the rest of my life. This thing is amazing. And guys, all of this stuff will be linked down below for you guys to go ahead and get in case if you guys want any of this stuff. Now, right here we have I don't like to carry a bunch of accessories around my camera because it makes it heavier. People do it for the looks and, you know, people do it to handheld, whatever. Good for you guys. That's not me. You know, I'm a simple guy. I'm pretty steady at holding the camera. I don't even use a gimbal. And I shoot real estate videos and they're smooth, so I don't need a gimbal. But this right here is literally the only reason I have this L bracket right here is so when I shoot short form content, I can put it like this, because the camera is so heavy that if I were to put it like this and then put the tripod down like this, it would fall down like this. So this right here is super valuable. You put it on here and then you just screw it on, good to go. But yeah, now opening this up, I'm gonna show you guys something that I use on the camera, which is the K&F ND filter. Now, if you're shooting outside, shooting music videos, whatever it is, this is a beast. Now, I really don't know the exact, this is just an ND filter, a regular ND filter. This thing is amazing, super solid. It really just, it brings everything to life for me when it comes to my camera and stuff. So I love this thing. Next up, we have the 1.8 11 millimeter. This thing is a beast. This thing is $500. Look at how small this thing. Look, this is my hand. This thing is $500. And the reason why it's so valuable is because every short form content video, long form content video that you see, mostly of my long form content videos that you see are shot on this. An 11 millimeter at a 1.8 aperture is insanity. And everyone who's using real estate photography, real estate videos, mostly use this lens right here. Popular creators like Low use this lens. I actually got this lens before Low even decided to start using the wide angle lens, but I just like to call this the wide angle lens. This thing is amazing. This thing's a beast. This was the greatest investment I think I've made, was this lens right here. So next up, we have my VHS camera, not a VHS camera, but this thing right here, believe it or not, I got it off of TikTok Shop. Sounds cliche, but this thing shoots pretty good vintage pictures and vintage videos. So if you're going for like a vintage look, and if you edit a vintage look, you know, it looks too edited, but if you do a vintage if you get a vintage camera, it gives vintage footage, and then you apply a vintage effect on it, it just looks 10 times better. This thing ran me about 35 bucks, not maybe, and it doesn't even take that much storage up. So this thing is a beast. You don't even have to mess with the camera settings. There's a bunch of different settings on it too, so I love this thing. Now, the last thing I keep in my bag is my drone. I bought this thing when I was first started my journey. This is the DJI Mini 3, I think that's what it's called. This thing is a beast because you don't need a pilot's license or a drone license to fly this thing because it's under the net weight of 249. So the weight that it needs to be is 250. This is 249. So it's super awesome and pretty cool. Just folds out like this, and it gives me amazing 4K footage, super crazy. So if I need any sort of drone shots, this is what I'm using. It's amazing. I've had this thing for over a year, and actually I crashed it when I was learning how to do it, but I got DJI Care, so that's always good. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. I think that about sums up my bag. Now, I have a bunch of other camera accessories that I use, but this is all I really need. And this honestly goes to show you that you don't need a whole bunch of camera gear. You really could use just your iPhone like I'm using now, and then a laptop, and DaVinci Resolve is free. So maybe this just goes to show that you don't need that much camera gear. You know, I don't even have that much camera gear, and the content that I produce, I say it's pretty high quality. What I'm able to create with my camera gear is amazing. And all of the stuff, some of the stuff are expensive. You're gonna have to spend a little bit of money to get some expensive stuff, but some of the stuff are not expensive. This is $35 and you can get some crazy looking vintage footage that I love. So yeah, that's it for the video. Thank you guys for watching along. Like I said, everything will be linked down below. But yeah, that about concludes this video. Peace out, guys.